Good evening, my dear viewers. I welcome you all on behalf of Global Education and Training Institute. Myself, Zainab Malai, will be the host of today's live talk, and we have a very special and a young guest today, Mr. Chirag Agarwal. Mr. Chirag Agarwal, man with passion and loads of energy. Chirag Agarwal is an award winning serial entrepreneur and a passionate educator. He has been a student of prestigious universities like the Christ University and the University of Southern Queensland, Australia. From his childhood, he always wanted to stand out of the crowd. This mentality made him an actor and be a part of Oscar-winning movie Life of a Pi. And he is a professionally trained magician, and he has performed in a large number of crowds since the age of 8. His creativity and out of the box thinking make him stand today as a proud entrepreneur, an educator, and a well known name in the education fraternity. He is of the belief that every child is gifted. It is just that they unwrap their packages at different stages. With his rich experience in the early childhood education space and working and establishing different brands, Chirag found Early Ventures, a chain of premium preschools and a corporate childcare center in Bangalore, and ever since is on a mission to empower children in the earliest years. He is now working on creating more and more entrepreneurs in the country and abroad with a unique, one of its kind franchisee offerings. To count a few of his achievements, like we have already like I already talked about, he being acting in a movie, then being a magician at the age of 8. Then he's after he became an entrepreneur, he's been awarded by so many prestigious organizations like Brainfeed, Education Today, Education World, Economic Times, Silicon India, India Didactic Association, Early Childhood Development Forum, and many more. He was a part of a global research about how play can make a difference in early childhood education and was awarded by Leadership Initiative for Education at the International Power of Play Conference. So these are a very few achievements I have talked about. He is having innumerable achievements. Welcome, sir. So today, Chirag sir will be talking about parents need to stop forcing their own dreams on their children. What an interesting topic. So I welcome you, sir, and over to you.
Thank you so much, Zainab, and thank you so much to the entire GETI forum for having me here. And a very interesting topic, very close to my heart, which has been given to me today to address. So, dream, right? It's a simple five-letter word, dream, 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 and so is magic, right? Dreams can actually create magic, and that's what I've seen uh, throughout my life in this entrepreneurial journey. Walt Disney has very rightly quoted, and I would like to quote him: all our dreams are achievable if we have the passion to pursue them, right? But what if? But what if these are not my dreams at all? And what if I'm forced to fulfill somebody else's dream, right? What would I do then? Okay, quickly. How many of you are parents who are watching this particular session? Please comment P in the comment section below. If you are a parent, comment P in the comment section below so that I know that how many parents are watching us live here. Hello and super evening to all the viewers on this particular session. I am Chirag Agarwal, as Zainab very elaborately introduced me to you. I am an educator, an entrepreneur, an actor, a magician by profession, and a coach. I head Early Ventures chain of preschools as its founder and director, and where this particular journey of mine has been an amazing one, and I would like to share this with you all today. At Early Ventures, I come across so many parents and children as we are in the preschool education space, And this is where my learning comes from. I often get this question, and I'm sure most of you parents here who are actually watching us today will also have this somewhere in some corner of your mind. My child doesn't do this. My child doesn't do that. My child doesn't eat when I ask him to. My child doesn't listen to me, right? So, how many of you are able to relate to this? And how many of you are able to actually have experienced the same thing in your daily life as well? Go ahead, type me in the comment section below so that I know that, yeah, I have people who are also on the same page, just like most of us. I strongly believe that every child is special. Every child is gifted. Every child is special. Every child is gifted, and it is just that every child goes ahead as goes ahead and unwraps their gifts and presents at different points in time, right? Just like you and me, each one of us has our own negatives, positives. Some are really good at something, some are not good at certain things. And we as parents need to go ahead, take this task of going ahead and understanding what our child really loves, what our child really is capable to do, what our child what makes our child really happy. And we need to understand what is our child's dream or ambition in life, because it is very important for us to understand that we as parents and elders can just act as facilitators. We can just be a media to go ahead and help children achieve their dreams, but we actually can't go ahead and achieve it for them and give it to them, right? We as adults, we as elders, we as parents can be a media to help children achieve what they actually want to. We can allow them to dream. We can guide them, we can train them, we can share our experiences with them. But children need to be made to understand the fact that it is they who are supposed to fight their own battles of life. They are the ones who need to push themselves, work for themselves, and achieve. Nobody else is going to do it for them. This is something that definitely requires us parents to be make ourselves really strong and let children go on that journey to explore. I remember a small example of a bird, right? How many of you have seen birds when a parent bird sees that, okay, it's the right time, my children have been fed enough, my children have been grown up enough, and they've been seeing the world around from quite some time. The parent bird goes ahead and pushes. Yeah, the parent bird goes ahead and pushes its own baby bird from the treetop. And this is an attempt to make that baby bird fly. But it often happens that some of them take off, whereas some of them come crashing down. It's something which really requires a lot of courage. It requires a lot of power and a lot of strength in the heart as a parent to go ahead and do this. If the parent bird was always overprotective, or always wanted that the baby bird is under its shell, it would have never gone ahead and taken a takeoff. The baby bird would have never spread its wings in all its glory and would have never experienced flying. So we as adults also need to train our children to dream big and achieve big at the same time. And on this journey, we need to tell our children that yes, we are always there with you. We are your parents, we are always there behind you. We are all your teachers, we are always there behind you. to support you, to give you that little push. But thereon, you need to spread your wings and you need to fly up across, the seven seas in order to make sure that you achieve your dream big. We need to hear, I would like to point out a very, very important question, right? The biggest question here, which I think is very important, is to understand is to understand how successful our children are, but the bigger question is how happy our children are. Happiness quotient is something that is often neglected in the journey of reaching great heights. We always tell, everyone, we've always heard this, and we've always been probably telling this as well to a lot of people, that, if you want to achieve big in life, you need to only go through a path of struggle. You only need to be, taking a kind of a pain in life. But that's not the fact always. A person, if he or she wants to achieve something big in life, should also, do what he or she likes, should also do something that makes him or her happy. That's very important. Happiness is something which, can move boulders, because if a person who's happy, a person who's happy can actually go ahead and achieve anything in life. Do you find that powerful? I mean, just with happiness, I mean, if you even see this entire COVID scenario that we are experiencing from over 400 odd days now, it is taught us one small thing. Life is very short. Everything is very temporary. We need to go ahead, go ahead on that journey, walk an extra mile, and make it big. Make it big. Make ourselves happy, make our family happy, make people who are around us happy, so that one day when we are on that, the hospital bed, probably after a couple of years or something of that sort, we should never have a regret in mind. We should never feel that, okay, I actually wanted to do this, but I was somewhere not allowed to do it, or I didn't get a chance to do it. You want to skydive, go ahead and do it. You want to scuba dive, go ahead and do it. You want to start an entrepreneurial journey, no matter how successful you are or not, go ahead and take the first step. Because any big story started off with a small statement, once upon a time, right? So let me give you my own example, in fact, on how it all started for me. And I mean, I am a person from the generation wherein, it's always said, I mean, we would have definitely heard of this. It's always said that if you have a son, you have an engineer at home. If you have a daughter, you have a doctor at home. So this was the kind of generation that I actually belong to. And most of you, I'm sure, who are listening to this, would be able to relate to this example of mine. And I mean, I belong to this generation, but luckily, I did not come from a family, or my parents were not of the ideology of this doctor engineer, method of going about with life. They actually gave me the freedom to do anything that I liked, anything that I wanted to do. But they were always there. Of course, they did not leave me, with full freedom and do anything and everything. But yeah, of course, there was a certain restriction, but at the same time, they allowed me to explore. They allowed me to try what really made me happy. So I mean, and it's only because of this that from childhood, I always wanted to stand apart from this crowd. I always wanted to do something very unique, something very different, something for which I am identified in this world, in this country. And that's where I landed up, as a trained magician at the age of 8. So at the age of 8, I had my first, live performance. It was a crowd of about 100, 200 people, and it was a big moment for me. I mean, just imagine an 8-year-old, child standing in front of a crowd of maybe 100, 200 people, performing live and controlling the entire audience. Isn't that an amazing feeling as a parent? It really was a very game changing moment for me, and I built not only confidence, but I also built the understanding that yes, you dream it, you will be able to achieve it. So it all started there. At the age of 12, I had one of my largest live events, live performances, where I had an audience of about 1,000 odd people, 1,200 people. And I was confident, I was a confident individual controlling the entire audience of that auditorium. And it was an amazing feeling. At the age of 13, in this journey of standing outside the crowd, I landed up very short role in the Hollywood blockbuster The Life of Pi, and it was really a dream come true. I'd always dreamt of being on the silver screen, and I always wanted, to be out there, and I had achieved it at the age of 13. I'm sure most of you might have this a thought running into your heads right now that, yeah, definitely. I mean, if he can do it, why not we? But the only reason why everyone's not able to be there is because they're not allowed to dream, probably, or they've not been dreaming the right thing, probably. So, I mean, we as parents need to make this thing very clear that our children are born different. Every child is different. Every child is gifted, as I already mentioned. All that the child requires is a slight amount of push. I mean, not even a literal push like in the bird's case, of course, but every child requires that slight amount of push, saying that, go ahead, do it. You will be able to do it. That kind of a trust, saying that, if nothing goes well, it's fine. Come back, we'll do something else. There's always a plan B. That is something which is very, very essential in every child's life. I mean, I was a child once upon a time, you were a child once upon a time, and I'm sure you will be able to relate to this. So in my journey of standing out, I became a magician. From a magician, I became an actor. I landed up in the Hollywood movie, which was a great feeling all in together. So, I mean, this entire scenario, I mean, why I mentioned about this entire scenario was uh, to explain that this was only possible because I was allowed to dream. Had I not dreamt of being out of the crowd, probably I would have not been one of them, right? I completed my graduation and then started up my entrepreneurship journey. And currently, I'm on a journey to create edupreneurs, to create educators, to create entrepreneurs across the country, across the world, uh, and making sure that they are successful because their success is my success today. So, I mean, these and this is what we are doing as a part of early ventures, which is one of the opportunities that came my way in this large journey that I've had until today. And all this was again possible only because I was allowed to dream and explore what is there in my surroundings. I was not forced upon saying that, you need to do only this, you need to do only this. Because had it been the case, I'm sure I would have not been what I am today. All this was possible only because of the strong belief that my parents had in me, all the strong belief that my friends, my the near and dear ones had in me, who told me that, go ahead, don't worry about the results, go ahead and just do it, because doing is something which is more important than actually coming first in life. A lot of us, I mean, we would have attended our child's sports day. I mean, I see a lot of parents attend the child's sports day at our schools. So I see a lot of parents saying, better you should be first, so go ahead, run as fast as possible, you should be first. When there's an exam, the parents, again, we adults, we parents say, you need to be a topper, you need to achieve big, you need to outshine everybody, and you need to be first. The third time, what happens is the child feels that okay, being first is something that's very important probably in life. That's the reason my parents are telling me this. My, the people, my elders are telling me this. Because what happens is, whatever we as adults say children, whatever we as parents say children, they feel that that's the only thing and that's the best thing possible for me. That's the only thing that I need to do in life. So instead of saying that, you need to be the best in life, why don't we say, for a change, I mean, you can probably try this out and it is definitely going to work because it's a proven thing. Why don't you say that, go ahead, explore. Go ahead and explore. This is how you need to do it. Set up a plan and go ahead, work on it. If you require any help, I'm always there. I'm by you, I'm beside you always. And go ahead. I mean, don't worry about the result. If you are able to achieve the right result, excellent. If not, no worries. We will try harder. We'll probably have a plan B and we will definitely achieve together. So this is something which I consider, is the right way of going about. People might differ with my opinions, but definitely, I mean, this is what I have seen all through my life. Lastly, I would like to conclude this entire thing by saying that life is like an ECG, right? We all would have come across an ECG graph. It goes up, down, up, down, up, down, right? What if that ECG becomes straight? What if that ECG becomes stagnant at one level? It's over, right? Life is finished. So it is very important that ups and downs keep continuing in our life, always. Without these ups and downs, life is nothing. Life is like a straight line, which is finished. So let's dream, let's work towards our dreams, and let's make it happen. Let's join hands together with our children to make sure that what they dream is getting fulfilled. They are moving in the right path of the dream. We need to be a guiding light for our children, but we need not do it for them and give it to them saying that, this is what you dreamt of, this is right here, so go ahead and take it and, enjoy with it. So this is something that I have learned all my life. This is the biggest happiness mantra according to me, and I'm sure if implemented in life in the right way, it would be a game changer for most of us at this young age. By saying this, I would like to conclude my session here, and over to Zainab and team.
Thank you, Chirag sir. Thank you. What an interesting talk. Being a mother of a 4-year-old, I can totally relate to the things you were saying, the things you were talking. And a very interesting question I have for you, sir. If I don't tell them what they want to be or what they should be, how do I do it? Because I don't want my child to go to a counseling session and then understand that this is my interest or that is my interest. But every child is doing arts these days. They are into music, they are into dancing, they are into reading. So how do a parent understand what is the interest of this child?
Yeah, in fact, that's a very good question. In fact, a very challenging question, I should say, for most of the
Yeah.
parents, because most of us go through the same phase of parenting, right? So
Yeah.
my answer to that would be, you need to first go ahead and identify your child. By identifying your child, what I mean is go ahead and understand what your child likes, what your child enjoys the most, what your child really loves doing, what does he want to do in future. When I was a small kid, definitely, I mean, most of us in my generation would always say that, anybody asks us, what do you want to do in life? In first grade, our answer was always, I want to be an astronaut, someone wants to be a scientist. There were only two
Yeah.
things which used to fascinate us.
Hmm.
And as we went on to grade 7 or 8, the same answer turned out to be probably, I want to be an engineer, I want to be a doctor.
Engineer. Yeah.
So there were two options again. There were very few who actually changed this option, their opinion in the grade 9 or 10, saying that I want to be an entrepreneur or I want to do something else. I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a policeman, I want to be a civil servant. So
Hmm.
I mean, what we need to understand as parents is go ahead and see what your child enjoys the most. Where is your child's interest? Does he love playing? Does he love swimming? Does he love acting? Does he love dancing? Does he love what? So finding the why is the most important, because if you know why something is running in my child's head, you can always figure out the how.
Yeah.
So
Thank
that's
you.
very
Thank you.
important.
That's
Raising
really
a child
helpful. I hope it will help our viewers as well. Like, you need to find out why your child is interested in a particular thing and how you can further help them.
absolutely. Once you know why, once you know the reason, getting to the goal is easier.
Yeah, I understand. Okay, okay. Thank you, Chirag sir. Very interesting and very knowledgeable session for the parents of young children, at least, and for the parents who are having grown-up children also, because you can still guide your children.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's very important to take the step in the initial years. You see,
Yeah,
it's more like iron, right? We all have seen iron. It develops rust over a period of time. If it is not, painted, polished, galvanized, or done something of that sort, some treatment needs to be done to it. So we need to understand that this is the whatever time we are, experiencing with our child. This is the time. This is the time to change. This is the time
yeah,
to go ahead and take our first step. It's never too late. So
yeah,
before time actually runs out, and before the entire iron rod is rusted, let's go ahead and treat it well. Let's go ahead and give it an opportunity to try not getting rusted.
very true. Okay, so with this, I would like to thank my audience and our esteemed guest, Mr. Chirag Agarwal. As we all know, Global Education and Training Institute is working towards transformation in education, and that's why we created this disruptive education movement. And for further improving this transformation and improving this education, we offer trainings, and for those trainings you can always go to our website and call on the numbers given on the website. So with this, I bid bye to all of you. Have a very good evening. Bye bye. Thank you, Chirag sir.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure being here.